Welcome back to another episode of the Hunt, Fish, Live podcast. My turkey season is well underway this spring, and I have had some action. Let's get into it. I'll set the scene. Still dark out. It was a little before 6 a.m., just a few minutes before shooting time. My buddy Corey and I pulled up to the parking spot on state land that we were going to, in the area where we were going to start at. The sky was clear. It was kind of chilly. It felt good. I opened my door. We had a plan. We knew what we were gonna do. We knew where we were gonna go, and so that was the first step, was having a game plan. We got out of the truck, and I shut my door, and all of a sudden a turkey gobbled from like 100 yards away from the truck, probably 150 yards away from the truck. Another turkey gobbled. That turkey made a turkey gobble across the street, and we're like, "Oh, heck yeah! It is gonna be an easy hunt today." Now, any of you who have had that thought and have said those words know that is probably not gonna happen. So, unfortunately, there's a house right across the street from the parking spot, and in Michigan, when you're hunting with a gun, you have to be further than 450 feet away from dwellings, occupied dwellings. And so we got out the Onyx and got out the Hunt Stand apps and walked and measured out 150 yards from this house, 450 feet. We got set up, and we were about 200 yards away from the house, so we were out of legal range of the house. Set the decoy up in the middle of a 2-track path thing that equipment uses to get back to like the little ag fields back there, and started calling a little bit. It was shooting time, so it didn't matter when they came down, but they typically don't jump down or fly down early in this location. So we were waiting for them to jump out of the tree and fly down to the ground. So neither of these turkeys were responding to my call. They weren't responding to Corey's call, nothing. It was getting frustrating. Now, even though they weren't responding to our calls, they were still gobbling, so we knew they were in the area. We were focused on the one that was like 150, 200 yards away from us at the time now, and we were, trying to do a little sweet talking to get him to come our way when he flew down. There was another turkey gobbling behind us, gosh, I don't know, probably 500, 600 yards, like way back there. We could hear him, but he was quite a ways away. The turkey across the street was still gobbling as well. Now, there's the ag field across the street next to this house where this turkey was gobbling from. And they had just disked it up, and they fertilized it with manure. So there wasn't really much in that field for the turkeys to eat. So it was either the gobbler didn't like what was in that field and flew down the other direction, or he had hens up there with him and they flew down the other direction as well. But he got down and took off the opposite direction from us. Still gobbling. We could hear him getting further away. The one that we were close to, the one that we were hunting, flew down and did not make a single peep. So we sat there, we called for a little bit, and decided that we were gonna make a move. We needed to keep moving. We knew that there's turkeys on the property and in the area, so we went mobile. We went and found a field. It's like a CRP field now, and we got out in it, made a couple calls, heard a gobble coming from the direction that that first bird was at, and so we made a plan to set up. We were going to set up under some trees next to a ravine, and we got going that way, and we found a spot to set up, started setting up, made a call. All of a sudden, 2 more turkeys gobbled from all around us, and we thought we were going to have a magical morning. And they all, nothing still responded to our calls. Nowhere. And so we decided, after trying that out for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, that that area wasn't where we were going to hunt, and we weren't going to be successful there. So we packed up our stuff. I turned off the camera, got everything loaded back up in my pack, and we headed back to the truck. And we made a game plan while we're walking back to hit the road and head to the area, towards the area where I shot my turkey last year. There was a ton of birds over there, and we felt we had a good chance. So we got back to the truck, unloaded our guns, got them cased up, got our vests off, and I got my camera put away, and we hit the road on the move, chasing turkeys. Now, on the way to the other spot that we were going to go to, there are a few fields that are maintained by farmers for the DNR sometimes, and they happen to be in CRP stage right now and just overgrown. The grass through the fields is kind of, it's not really thick. It's more dried up weeds, I guess you could say. I'm sure it's called something, but it's pretty thin. There's just a lot of it. The turkeys can walk through it and get through it all right. So we always drive slow past them, looking out and about to see what we can see, if there's any turkey in the field or what. Across the street from these fields, there are actual farm fields that are farmed for vegetables. I'm not sure what's over there. I've never been in this area in the fall and then the summertime to see what's growing, but sometimes the turkeys roost on that side of the road, and if they're using that field, the thought is we can go park, set up, and call one across the street if we need to. There is a lot of pressure in the area, like I've said. So in the whole area, actually, it's pretty tough turkey hunting, but there are turkeys and there are options for hunting. So we get headed down the road, turn the corner, cruise by a few farms, nothing out in the fields, and get to our road, hang a left, and start going down the 2-track, a little more than a 2-track, through the state land. This huge portion of land is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles wide by 15 long, maybe. It's a pretty big chunk of land, and this road that we're on goes it goes through most of it, I think. Anyway, as some of you know, in state land, there's little pull-offs to park, and they're usually like 1 or 2 cars wide, and gives you access to the trails, and some of the seasonal, like, ORV roads too. That's what these roads are mostly more like, is an ORV road, like a 4-wheeler road or something like that. They are used by ORVs and stuff like that, but for the most part, people drive on them. Anyway, so we stopped at a bunch of spots along the way to the area that we wanted to go to. We'd get out, walk into the woods, do some calling. No, we didn't hear anything, so we'd go back to the truck, take all our stuff off, and all our gear off, load it back up in the truck, get in, take off, and go to the next spot. And we did the same thing over and over again, all the way to this area that we wanted to hunt. The area that I killed my turkey in last year. So we had, of course, I had very high hopes of finding a turkey there, at least hearing a gobble there, something. We get to this one spot. It looks like a 1 or 2 year old clear cut area, and we get out and did not grab anything because we had already stopped at like 6 or 7 spots along the way. Calling, and we're just like, whatever, there's probably going to be nothing here. Let's just see what happens, and we'll just get out, grab the call, head up into the clearing, and give her a couple rips. I had a box call on me. It's my loudest call. It was kind of windy, so I needed something to project the noise and the sound of the call quite a distance because the wind was terrible. So we headed up, like I said, into the opening, probably, I don't know, 50 yards from the truck maybe. And so there we had no gear. We didn't have our guns, didn't have our vests, nothing. I just had the call in my hand, and I hit the call, a couple good rips on it, and all of a sudden this turkey gobbled. It cut us off. It cut my call off, like, not instantly, but halfway through my cadence, and I was like, "Oh crap! We gotta get our stuff. We gotta get going." So we turned around and started back to the truck. I ran back to the truck, and for those that know, I'm not much of a runner, so I took off running, and Corey's like, "Holy crap! He's running! Let's go! Time to go!" And so he ran with me. We got back to the truck. It was only 50 yards, but, grabbed our gear, grabbed the guns, grabbed the decoy, grabbed everything, grabbed the camera, headed up into the opening, and quickly got set up. There was a good little pocket of trees, little bushes and stuff that we could hang out in and not be seen, and hit the call again, and crickets. We heard nothing. So we got kind of disappointed. We sat there for a little while, probably about 15 minutes, did some calling, and nothing again. And we decided and determined that turkey was already so close to where we were. It knew that we were there. It heard us do more than just calling. It probably saw us because it was a very loud call, very loud gobble. Like it was right there. So he must have seen us or heard more than he needed to, and took off the other way. We were disappointed, and little did we know that was the only turkey that we were going to see that day. We got packed up, got our gear off, headed back in the truck, and took off to another spot. Just driving around, doing some scouting, looking for other people, and we were like following this guy. We were probably 3 steps behind this one truck that was probably doing the same thing, and it's just hard. Hunting state land is hard for turkeys, especially in a decently populated area. With a long season, they get a lot of pressure, and that just makes it tough sometimes. We checked a few fields and didn't find any turkeys. Didn't hear any turkeys. We didn't see or hear anything else other than that one gobble. And it was kind of disappointing. Well, I guess we heard gobbles right when we got there. Right when we got to our first spot. But other than that, the only chance we had was that one bird. So we called it a day. We did some driving around and just some exploring, looking at new areas to check. the next weekend that we were able to get out, and we found some good spots that we thought. So we made a note, we marked them on our maps, and we were going to head there next weekend. So yeah, pretty excited to get back out again. Turkey season is moving along, and we have Memorial Day weekend coming up, so that'll be a good three days to get out hunting, maybe. So fingers crossed, we still got time. We got next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and I'm eager. I'm excited. It hopefully is a great season, and yeah, hopefully we can put another turkey on the ground. I'm looking forward to getting Corey his first turkey, especially on state land. It's a lot of fun, and he deserves it. He's been turkey hunting for a little bit now, and has never taken a shot at a turkey. I don't think so. Fingers crossed we can get Corey a bird and make this one of the best springs that he's ever gotten to experience. So, until next time, that's it for this episode of the Hunt Fish Live podcast. While you're waiting for me to kill a turkey bird, and while you're waiting to kill a turkey bird, hit that subscribe button. Let us know how your turkey season's going, and we'll be back next time. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Have a good one.